hadn't gone back to check my pictures or anything. I went into Windows to take a look at, thank you, Beth, to take a look at the pictures, my photos, and I was trying to organize them for my next meeting, for the file management meeting, so it'll be easier to show you. But something happened to my pictures. Most of them are now JPEGs instead of RAW. Some of them are JPEG and a duplicate of RAW, or RAW and a duplicate of JPEG. Some of them stayed RAW.
I just wanted
I don't think Windows, if you're in Windows 10, I don't think that Windows did anything with the RAW. They can handle TIFFs. Windows can handle TIFFs, but they can't handle RAW.
What?
Windows, your update, was it Windows 10?
Yeah, it's my NEF files. Windows 10 handles NEF files.
Yeah, maybe we better go to Brian or someone on that. All I know is that Windows 10 doesn't seem to handle any RAW files that I ever have handled.
Yeah.
I mean, it shows them as files, but it doesn't have, like, for example, an image attached to it.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Margie, were you using Lightroom or Explorer?
Explorer. I was going into the Explorer itself.
Yeah.
And they were all RAW before, all NEF before. And then it was like a glitch, and now they're all JPEGs, with the exception of a few of the recent ones.
Oh,
after the Windows update. Ones like I took today and a couple of days ago, those are still NEF. But a bunch of my others, and I'm not too worried about it because they're backed up, and I'm sure on my external hard drive, there's still going to be the NEF files. But it's just, why would they change it all to JPEGs? It was like a little glitch or something in there. And some of them are actually JPEG and NEF files. They're duplicate pictures, duplicate numbers, duplicate names, but I have two of them, one JPEG, one NEF. It's never happened to me before out of all the years I've used Explorer. So it's a little bit of a mess there. And I don't understand it. And I did check with Lightroom to see those that I have, because I don't bring all my pictures in Lightroom. But the ones that I have imported into Lightroom, I did not check to see if those are still RAW, which they should be. They still, they should still be the NEF files.
Well, maybe Brian can help out on this, but I do know that in Lightroom, when you set up your preferences, there are some choices you can make. Somebody can fill in the blanks on that, but you can choose to have them grouped a certain way, like with their sidecar file or the sidecar file.
Yeah, in Lightroom, but I use Explorer.
So basically what you're saying is that you did an update, or your computer did an update in Windows 10, and it screwed with your pictures.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I changed my NEF files, most of my NEF files, into JPEGs is what it did.
I did all the updates on my computer. I didn't have the issue. I don't know how it would possibly do that.
I don't know how it would possibly do it either.
But I can say, of all the people in all of this country and all of the world and all of the universe, if it was going to happen, it would happen to Margie.
Yeah, only because
me too.
Yeah, file managements are through Explorer,
And with that being said, maybe we need another volunteer to cover file management.
I thought we covered that one time.
Yeah, I honestly don't know, Margie, how that would be possible.
I didn't either.
But for me personally, I don't keep any of my pictures on my laptop there or on my hard drive. They're on an external hard drive always.
I do save them to
So-
the external hard drive, so I wasn't too worried about it.
But you got
because I know-
copies, yeah.
And I don't keep my external hard drive hooked to my computer. I learned a long time ago. That's a no-no. So I go ahead and the majority of my pictures are on my external as the NEF files. But I still have a few that I do keep. And each year I try to take them off of my computer and put them on, the external hard drive.
Right.
And then
Oh.
stick with just like 2021 is coming up. I'll have like 2020 and then 2021 on my hard drive.
Right. And I'm currently looking through my computer as we speak to see if anything that I did have on here as a raw file changed, and nothing has.
Nothing has.
And I Googled to see if that's happened, like, usually if it's happened to multiple people,
It'll
something
happen.
will pop
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
somewhere on a
Yeah.
Google search, and I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah. I
So,
Googled too.
yes,
I couldn't
Margie, you're
find-
the only one.
Yeah. Well, I tried to look for it too and I couldn't find it either. So
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but it did happen. And like I said, thank goodness I do back up. So they're JPEGs and I can get rid of those, and still work off of my RAWs.
Yeah.
Margie, Brian's already mentioned it, but I can't see a way how Windows has any capability, whether you wanted to or not, to take a raw file and make a JPEG out of it. I just don't think that's possible.
It is possible because it happened, Jim.
Well, no, what I'm suggesting is it's coincidental.
Nothing else.
That's it. It
You
happened
did
to me.
something else besides your Windows update.
My Windows Update
Windows would sooner
has
bring
done-
than
Yeah,
change.
my Windows Update dates have done different things to my computer as it has other people. This is just something new that it ended up doing, but it has made things on my computer a little crazy. Now that I actually had to go back in time.
I have a question, Margie. Did you update from an older Windows to
No.
Windows 10 or just an update of Windows 10?
Updated Windows 10.
Of Windows 10.
This did not happen until the update.
Yeah, this would have been what, 2 or 3 days ago is when the update came out, right?
No, this is a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm saying.
Second
For
So
that
there's-
update.
I had to do an update a couple of days ago, and
Yeah. Well, we
That-
might have had another update since then. But no, this is from the 2 or
Margie.
3 weeks ago when we had an update.
Margie,
Yes,
can you still open any of those files?
yes.
When you
As a
open them up
JPEG.
and look at, and when you open them up and look at the EXIF data, do they say that they're an NEF or JPEG?
Yes.
I'm asking which.
Oh, yeah, they're now a JPEG. With the exception of one folder, and one folder is duplicate in every way, except for one's a JPEG and one's an NEF. And I don't take pictures that way, so I know it's not that. Now, my most recent
what you did.
photos that I took today and this last week, those are all coming up as NEF. Yeah, they're all coming up as NEF.
I don't know, Margie. That's a new one.
Well,
Well, we do know that I think it doesn't matter if it's a Canon or a Nikon or an Olympus or a Minolta or whoever's, when you set it to shoot in RAW, the image that comes up on the back of your camera is a JPEG.
JPEG. Yeah, we know that.
Okay,
But when you load it in, when you upload into Windows as a RAW, it comes in as a RAW and as an NEF into Explorer.
I'm not sure about Nikon.
It should be that way with anything, wouldn't it? If you load it, when you load into Lightroom, there's still going to be an Explorer. All your documentation is in Explorer, isn't it? Whether it's Nikon or Sony or whatever.
Yeah. No, all the data is there. It's the way it displays.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird. And there was something else weird. And I think I got rid of the other ones that were weird. And yeah, I probably did. I can't remember what that was, the other thing. Anyway, I'm not too worried about it. I was just wondering if other people had the same problem because I couldn't find anything when I did research on it either.
Are
But
your
I've got,
images still on the card? Do you still have them on the card, or did you already?
oh,
clean up
I
the
always
card?
delete them after I bring them into Explorer. Then I will back them up, external, and then I delete them off of my camera. I don't keep images on my camera.
You mean you take them off of the card?
Yeah,
Okay,
She still has, she has original copies on an external hard drive though. She
Right,
backs
yes.
up immediately, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's a good thing. All
Yeah.
good. All good.
I would be very careful when you replace the JPEGs on your computer with the NEF files from your hard drive. Just try a sample and see if they go back to NEF.
if they, well, they will be NEF from the external hard drive, but you may be right, Gaylor. I need
Yeah,
to
just
check
copying over, it may just take control and change it back to
and change
JPEG.
it back into a JPEG. I'm
I
glad you
wouldn't-
mentioned that. So I'll make a copy from my external hard drive of 2 or 3 of them and put them on my
Yeah,
Explorer.
do it
to see-
cautiously.
Yeah. Well, if it's a copy, whatever it does, it's just a copy. So I'll do
True.
that.
True, but it will let you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I didn't think about doing that. Oh, well. I'm not gonna worry about it. Like I said, I can take them off and replace them. But I'm gonna do a Gaylor set first, so.
Maybe the Russians got to your computer.
They may have, I mean, I've got such an.
Not the Russians, the Chinese.
I'm such a very important person. Yeah, they're gonna really target me.
Either that or a Nigerian prince.
I wish.
Hey, guys. The newsletter's
Hi.
out. You should have received an email just in the last few minutes or so on the
Well, it
newsletter.
couldn't be January's newsletter because it's still December, right?
It is the January newsletter.
I can't
No.
believe that. That is,
You're
there it
just-
is.
My
Teleport.
Okay,
Hey.
let's do, we gotta look up who the guest speaker is.
Marty is very happy and she was pointing to herself. She's the one that got it done. It's
Mhm.
done. I just sent the
Thank you,
email so
Marty.
that everyone got it.
Good
If you go
job,
to,
Marty.
if you go there and click on the download link, it's going to open up a file where you'll see 2020, all of 2020 newsletters. Then
Yeah, I
there's a
saw
folder for
that.
2021 newsletters, and then there's a few other folders that are in there as well. That is a new process of how we're going to deliver our information to the group. When you go in there to the 2021, you'll see the newsletter. You can right click on it and click on download and download it to your computer. Just don't move it or replace it or delete it or anything like that. So always download it, or you can just look at it in the file and then come back to it at a later point. But don't move it out of the file. Just do us that favor.
Brian, did you keep Margie from
No, I
accessing this?
Oh, I didn't think of that. It's probably already in a file.
Oh, forget it. You guys
Somewhere.
gonna have to put it back in. I just got into there and
And
deleted
since it's a
it today.
PDF in there, it'll be a TIFF file somewhere else.
Yeah.
But anyhow, it's in there. And with that being said, I guess we can announce who the speaker is for April, who is going to be John Barkley, if I said the name correctly.
Barclay, but
Barclay. He is going to give us a presentation. And the name of the presentation is Dream, Believe, Create. So that's
Oh,
going to
I
be
like
our
that.
April speaker. We was able to get a hold of him, secure the speaker, and it's going to be a pretty good one, I believe. So
That sounds like a good lead-in for the new year.
yep. I'm hoping that this year is a little bit more exciting. We'll have some new and exciting things going on this year. So anyhow, this is hopefully a beginning to a lot of new stuff for this year. So
Wasn't it exciting last year in 2020, Brian?
It was
Never
a
knew what
different.
was going to happen, where we were going.
well, yeah, we still don't. That hasn't changed. But anyhow, it's in there. So take a look at it, read. There's some information in there about him, and then the rest of the newsletter's in there. Along with the newsletter is the schedule for 2021, the schedule for the SWG meetings, the schedule for the WPS meetings, the schedule for the outings. That's all done and published for January already. So thank you to the officers we spent a couple nights together and got everything kind of worked out and figured out, and hopefully we'll be meeting once again before long face to face. But for now, we're planning on the first at least the first few months of the year to still continue with the Zoom meetings until we see how things go and how things are done. But anyhow, I'm excited. So
Yeah, this is going to be fantastic. I really am looking forward to him.
we know for sure that will be a Zoom meeting no matter what. We'll just put that.
Yeah.
I am going to get that out to the other clubs and allow them to join in on that, to listen to that meeting. We can do up to 100 people. I haven't quite decided the best way to do that. I don't want to go over 100 or have people mad at us. So I was thinking of maybe releasing doing that as a free ticket, but you still would have to get a ticket. And then when you get the ticket through Eventbrite, like we've done in the past, you'll get an invitation for the Zoom meeting. That way we can keep it to the 100 people and not have anybody, if they don't get it, they don't get it. I don't know if it is a problem or not, but I think that's probably the best way to do it.
Can you open up the ticketing to our club members first and delay it until you open it up to everyone else?
Yeah.
I
would do that anyhow, but yeah, we would have the first bid on it, and then from there, once everyone had some time to get tickets, and then we could get that open to the other clubs. But so anyhow, I thought you guys would be excited about that. I think that'll be a good speaker.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I believe
Really.
we have another speaker in the works as well. And I'm not going to say who that is just yet. I like keeping things secrets and then telling you all at one time. So, but we have a speaker that's a possibility that's in the works. So,
But we need to talk about it sometime.
Yes, we do. Once we get it, after tonight, I'll send an email out and to those that already know, and we'll talk about that. So anyhow, that was all I had for tonight. You guys can talk now.
Question, Brian.
Yes.
Did you get my text about trying to pay with my debit card through Reddit. I
Through,
put my information in and then it goes to a different language.
Yeah, it's doing that for me too.
and that was through the WPS website, right?
It's through the Reddit.
I don't have anything on Reddit to pay with.
That
Yeah,
takes
it
you to the
says
website.
pay here. It was the top one, pay your dues.
Okay. Well, let me check into that and see what's going on with that.
Okay, because then once it goes to the different language, then you can't go any further. Well, I didn't go any further.
All right, because I know some people have paid just going to the WPS website, and that seems to have worked. So I'll look into it and see what's the problem is. It must be a communication issue between the two.
For me, as soon as I hit the PayPal, it goes to a foreign language.
Well, Brian, you did get my dues, right?
I have no idea. I have to look.
At the picnic.
Oh yeah, I think I spent them already.
You're gonna have to pay again, Carolyn.
No. He wrote my name on the bills.
That doesn't mean anything. Boy, he's got some nice pictures here.
He's on Instagram and stuff like that
Facebook,
too.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram. He
Yeah.
has his own site too. And if you go to
Yeah.
images, you'll see a bunch of his images.
Yeah.
Those waves are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I'd really like to do a workshop with him.
Oh, yeah. Did you see the prices of it?
Who's that?
John Barclay.
Oh, the workshops, they're probably
Yeah.
$2,000.
Yeah.
3,000, 4,000, 6,000. I mean,
Some of them, one of them was like $15,000.
If you want to go to Antarctica, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
yeah.
Netflix, I put on Disney so
I
far.
think one of the cheapest was Hawaii. It's 3,700.
But he goes to Death Valley, it's not so expensive.
No, it wasn't.
Roll your pant legs up.
Yeah, I can see I'm not going to his his website, where his workshops. Sure would like to though.
Marge, I
Brian,
thought you had it in your budget.
Nah, Brian, would you like to send me there and I can report back?
Sure, no problem.
Okay, y'all heard that. Are you recording this meeting?
Nope, not at all.
Look up in the upper left.
At least before I post it, that part will be gone.
So like my dog, when Billy said sure.
Yeah.
I can get one.
Yep.
Teach him to say sure. Don't forget photographer's choice. Pictures are due the 31st, and please do not forget to vote. And make sure you bring it up to full 100% so that you can actually see what the picture looks like. What does it take, 2 or 3 clicks to bring it up there?
Okay, guys, I've got a camera here, but I don't know quite how to show it to you.
Hold it up.
Take a picture of it.
Hold it up.
Well, she's got to share screen. Oh, yeah, right there.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, put it in front
Okay.
of the lens.
Yeah.
What?
Just put
I
it up.
don't know anything about this.
Well, hold it up next to your eyes. There you go.
Yeah. Look at Kodak folding camera. Oh, that's what it is. Kodak folding camera. Okay, Beth, you're on.
One of the
Oh yeah.
Polaroid type cameras.
No, it's older than that. Let me see the other side again.
back of it?
Okay, yeah, full, okay. I have one like it,
Okay.
maybe even two.
What, is it worth anything?
Probably not. Where the one bar is, I think that's where you can, there's a release thing in there somewhere and you open it up and then there's a bellows. And most of the time the bellows is like hanging in shreds. But there'll be a lens that can be adapted to other things sometimes.
Whoops, wait a minute, I've got this open. What does that? Does that?
If
Yeah,
you
ways to
pull
go.
that
If I
from
pull
the
it?
rest, the whole, that
Nope.
silver lined rectangle will probably pop out. If it hasn't been opened in a long, long time, it's probably not going to happen easily.
I hate to just force it.
Yeah. If there's any dents or anything, it might not too.
Yeah,
If I had it in my hand, I could figure it out.
well, here.
So,
Well, the bellows are gonna, it'll be a little sticky and the bellows will be really stiff, but they'll open if you're careful with it.
yeah. Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
I went to the Westmoreland regular website and tried to do the PayPal link on there.
Uh-huh.
And it kept saying I wasn't able to log in from there.
I'm having the same issue trying it myself as we're speaking. So
Okay.
I'm gonna have to pull the coding for that and change it and see what's going on there. So
Yeah, because
Annie,
I don't,
didn't notice you came in.
it was weird.
yeah.
I think that login is if you have a PayPal account.
I have a PayPal account.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Still
won't
not
let me.
working?
And
It won't even let me sign in with the PayPal account for the Westmoreland photographers. So I don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna have to.
See what happens when you change the prices.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull the code off of that and redo it and just see maybe there was a mistake somewhere in there. So I will give it a try and see if I can't fix it.
I have another camera here. I've had these two sitting around for a while. This is
Ooh,
I think it's brand new. I don't think it's ever been used.
Canon Sure Shot.
And this is the directions.
Is that the film camera?
Yeah.
that new.
Hmm?
It's not that new. It's a film
Well, no, I don't think this particular camera has ever been used.
camera. Oh, well, that way.
That's what I mean by being new. I think
Mhm.
it's new in the box. I don't think it's ever been opened and used.
Oh, you might want to check the battery if it has a battery. If it's a battery propelled film,
I
cassette?
don't know.
Because if there's a battery in there, it's probably going to look like a beach right now.
Well,
What's the other side of that battery look like? You're in good shape.
yeah.
It's in good shape.
Is that a rechargeable battery?
Oh, I don't think so.
No idea. It's a lithium. Radio Shack lithium.
Radio
I
Shack.
said that for Brian's sake. Yep, there's no sign of any acid or anything in the camera or
That's-
on the back.
You got
That's
it.
good.
That's what I was talking about. That's usually the disaster that you see when you open up a camera that's been sitting around with batteries in it for a long time.
Well,
Flashes
it's
too.
it's pretty clean.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have 2 cameras if anybody is interested. The other one was pretty well used, but this one here. I guess that's what happens when you clean out estates.
Back
Are
when I
you-
was still at the lab, I would walk in and find stuff like that on my desk because somebody was cleaning out a closet.
Hmm. Oh, hi, I didn't see you, Annie. How long have you been there?
About 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I said hi.
Haven't seen you since I was at Michael's.
Bob, did you pick up your pictures?
Bob,
No, and unfortunately, I'm in quarantine.
Ah,
Uh,
So I called yesterday and I told them I won't pick them up for another week.
that's all right. We'll hold them. They'll still be there whenever you come and get them.
Well, thank you.
Bob, were you a close contact with someone?
Yeah, her name is Darlene, my wife.
Mm,
No, I don't know where I got it. She doesn't know where she got it. You know, we wore a mask and social distancing, and we only went out to supermarket, maybe Lowe's, Home Depot, but we just don't know where we got it. But it's okay. We're just having some minor symptoms, a little nasal stuffiness and a little fatigue, but nothing serious.
That's
Thank
good.
God. Yeah.
Hope it stays that way.
Thank you.
so you were positive?
Yeah, it was the went to Med Express and they did a nasal swab because I was feeling a little bit nasal stuffiness after my in the morning Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So I went to Med Express and they did a rapid test and it was positive. So we'll be out of quarantine probably by this coming Monday. So
That's good.
yeah.
Glad you didn't get real sick with it.
No, I mean, we just got, again, it's almost like a cold. I mean, you just feel a little bit tired and nasal congestion, no coughing or fever. But my wife has lost her taste, so she's not able to taste things. So, but it'll come back.
Eventually, it's been October the 15th since my granddaughter lost hers when she
Yeah.
was, and she still don't have it back.
Yeah. Well, let's all hope for the best.
Well, it's good. You get it in before the new year.
Yeah. Too bad I can't tax deduct it though.
I went to Reddit and I went down to where it said pay dues here.
Yeah, I'm working on it now. Please just bear with me.
No, I said I could get in.
Was you able to pay?
No,
Okay.
I mean, I can get in. It says pay with PayPal. I bring it up and then I need to sign into PayPal, which I need to look up the number, the
That's
PayPal.
where the problem is. When you try to sign into PayPal, it won't allow you to sign in.
Oh, all right. It just said I had the wrong password, which is very possible.
Yeah, no, that's what the problem is. It keeps saying you have the wrong password.
Gotcha. All right, I'll get out of there and look at something else on Reddit.
I'm
Let
trying
Brian
to fix
fix it
that as
first.
we.
Well, hurry, Ryan, hurry.
You can look at the newsletter.
I already did.
It's very colorful.
It's very nice. Very nice.
We needed some color in our lives.
I agree.
Yeah, there isn't much outside. I dragged Nate to Ohio Pile today to take pictures, mostly because I just wanted to be outside somewhere.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was kind of cloudy, but it wasn't bad.
The sun was
Cool
nice.
ice.
Yes. Just having that sun out yesterday was really nice.
Yeah.
Anybody get pictures of that moon?
No, I saw it when I was walking the dogs after dinner and then never made it back out with an actual camera.
Oh, I'm going to bring up I'm going to post a photograph on Reddit. It's not mine. One of our sons went up to Long Island to see his grandson, our great-grandson. When he got back from Long Island, back to Virginia, out on the Shenandoah River where he lives, he got back about midnight, a couple nights ago, I guess. And he woke up again at 4 o'clock in the morning. He lives out by the river. He took a walk down to the river and he took a shot of the moon in the river with a cell phone. And
Wow.
I've not seen anything. Everybody in the family takes cell phone pictures and of one kind or another, but I was really impressed with this picture. So I'll put it on Reddit. I don't know what the file size is, but I thought, what an artwork.
There.
So I will, Oh, I have somebody else. So anyway, just a side story among the stories we're telling here tonight. It was a picture that my son took at 4 o'clock in the morning of the moon off the Shenandoah River. And I don't want to overtalk it, but you can take a look and decide for yourself. But I thought it was a very unique picture. And it was just, he's tired and he saw the shot, and it wasn't anything that, he was hunting for. He just came across it, picked up his camera, took a shot, and that was the end of it. He sent it to me, and I'm still marveling over it.
Hey, does anybody want to try paying their dues now? See if that works for you.
Sure.
I had a check, Brian.
Okay. I haven't looked at my mail in like 3 weeks, so I'll
Yeah,
have to
okay.
go look.
It's probably there.
It'd probably take me 3 weeks to find my checkbook at this point.
Yeah.
My neighbor, who is my uncle, and my aunt live in the same place, and my address is 203 and his address is 203 rear or 203R. And the people from the post office refuse to look at the letter, and if it has 203 on it, it automatically goes to my mailbox, and most of the time it's his mail anyhow. And he hates the fact that he has to go through all of my mail all the time, because I only get the mail once every, I don't know, month or so out of my mailbox, which is on the front of my house, and I walk by it every day, but I refuse to get mail out of it. And it drives him nuts because he has to go up there and go through all the mail every day to see if there's anything in there that belongs to him, which is partially the reason I leave that happen.
How much later can we pay? Year 2, 2022, 2025?
We're
Well,
talking $30.
I'm not sure how that works or how that got in there, but it's coded in there itself. I didn't tell it to put that in there, but it does automatically.
All right, it's gonna make me accept those cookies.
Yeah. Chocolate chips.
Yeah. Fine. All right, I'll accept them. Pay now. You got it?
So I got what?
Brian, I just paid through PayPal.
Me too.
It worked for you?
Yeah, it went through with PayPal,
Okay.
but it was shipped to me. I'm not sure about, it said shipped to my address and all that. So
Yeah.
That's automatic through PayPal. It automatically
Okay.
puts your information in. So, okay. Well, I think the coding worked then this time. It was a different code altogether.
Did you get it?
You'd have to get in PayPal.
I'm in PayPal.
Are you? Okay.
I haven't got it yet, but I don't know how soon, how quickly that transfers over.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I'm not in the, I'm in a different PayPal. Let me go into this PayPal and see what's in there now. So it looks like, yeah, I got Bob, Margie, Allen. Yep. It'd be working. Thank you.
Anytime.
So I've got a photo critique request. I posted a photo back about a week or so ago on Reddit and was hoping to get some comments, and at least as of earlier today, I hadn't seen any. So anybody mind doing a photo critique at this point?
Nope.
Nope.
Bring it on.
Let's see here. Brian, just so I don't have to share my screen, can you put Reddit on for us?
Yep. Give me 1 second here.
And while he's doing that, this is a photo that I was at Twin Lakes.
What are we looking for? Critique?
Yeah. Okay, so that first one is the original photo. And the background on that is I had my new 10 to 24 millimeter lens on out at Twin Lakes just to play with the lens, if you will. And from across the lake, I see this scene with the sunlight coming down through the trees and everything's dark and it's lighting up this little picnic area there in the far side of the lake. So if you go down to the second photo and open that one up.
Can you open it up more? Thank you.
So you get an idea of how much I had to zoom in. But I thought the only way to make that photo worthwhile, if you will, was to zoom in as far as I did. And on this version, to be honest with you, I forget I had just recently bought the Topaz utility bundle. So I think I denoised it and I gigapixeled it up to a higher resolution. But I guess my real question or what I'd like to hear from a critique standpoint is, we all look at photos differently. I was kind of mesmerized just by the scene, but I'm curious what other people think about the composition of the photo.
I like it.
I really like, there's the one tree that's right behind the bench, a little bit to the right of the middle. Yeah. And I think that tree is wicked cool with the way the lighting is. And I think that that would make a really good right edge so that you go in from that into the picnic area. I would crop like from your copyright symbol to the right off. Yeah, right there. And I would make it pretty much a square.
Okay.
But I really like how the fog is playing with the trees and the stuff around the picnic area.
And it turns out, and it does look like fog. That's actually kind of the sun rays coming through the trees behind the scene, if you will.
Oh, okay.
What time was this, Jim?
Uh, That's what's interesting. It kind of looks like early morning, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
You're
Oh, wow.
kidding.
No,
Wow.
I mean, it was just so cool looking.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you warmed it up just a teensy bit, it would look even more like first thing in the morning.
Okay.
But I think it looks pretty good like that.
Yeah, I like it an awful lot too.
Yeah.
And I agree, just bring it in, maybe not as much as over at 2020, but make it where that tree is on the thirds or something. And I think it's on the thirds now just about, but
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
just bring it in a little bit more like Beth said would really be nice.
And I guess what you're saying, there's nothing to the right of that tree that is of interest other than maybe again, what I'm calling sunlight coming through. But
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
There's
It-
nothing
No,
that's cool.
to the right, did you say to the left? Because everything to the left looks good.
No, to the right of the tree, there's nothing of interest.
Mhm.
But it
Oh,
creates the
yeah, to the
environment.
right of the tree, yeah.
I mean, the whole photo is kind of dark and, you have this hopeful center of light.
Yeah,
The portion on the right, maybe too much, but it does create the overall environment.
yeah.
I agree. I
It's
like
nice.
it.
Yeah,
It's
I would
just
crop
it's
just a
really
little
neat.
bit, but not all the way over.
It's just really neat how the sun just was hitting just that one spot.
It makes me curious as to what dehaze would do in Lightroom.
Well, to be honest, Gaylor, I don't think I'd want to dehaze it.
No, I wouldn't want to
No.
dehaze it.
If
No, I'm not
anything,
saying
I would
either,
add.
but I just wanted to, I was just curious as to what it would do when you have that much haze. Would it clarify some things that you may want it to clarify? It looks pretty good the way it is.
Like just a faint of color in there on those trees, just a faint.
Mhm.
Jim, did you work with Luminar? Did you use Luminar with this photo?
I use Capture One for most of my post-processing. So,
Yeah.
yeah, this is just Capture One. I didn't do anything special other than, again, some denoise and just because I had cropped it so much, I did use gigapixel just to bring up the resolution a little bit.
You did crop it then.
Oh, well, yeah, I thought you'd noticed it. The first photo, Brian, go back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't see the first one full.
I mean, it's a significant crop.
Yeah, let me see the first one. I wasn't looking. Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah, you did. Oh, the second one by
Okay.
far blows the first one out of the water.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I started with just wanting to get the sky out. And then I just realized I needed to I just kept on cropping to the point where you see.
Yeah. Go back to the second one again. There's something I want to see, if you don't mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you really look closely on the right-hand side, you do have the color of the trees too. So you definitely may not want to crop that.
Oh, not only that, you have, some of the reflections, the trees in the water on that right-hand side too.
Mhm, yeah.
I would crop it out because there's some reflections and there's some color and all that stuff, but it's still dead space to the picture, to the
Yeah.
subject.
Well, I'd crop maybe a little bit, but I definitely wouldn't crop.
I don't know that I would come all the way in here, but I'd probably
No.
crop it right about there.
Yeah, right in front of that one big tree. Yeah.
I will give that a go and see what it looks like, but I appreciate the comments.
And I'd probably cut a little bit more off the bottom too, Jim.
Yeah. The only thing, if you crop from the right, it just, it doesn't centerize that sunlight area.
That's what I'm saying, to cut a little bit off the bottom as well.
Yeah, but
Just
if
to-
you cut a lot to the right, then the central focus point, you're going to miss it. I mean, that's the whole thing. I think is just nice thing is it's right in the center. But that's only my opinion.
This would be good to what we had discussed about before, taking a photo of a member's photo and throwing it into Lightroom or Photoshop. And let's see what works better. And as it is, maybe nothing works better, but at least we would have an idea.
Okay, if you can do the same thing to Reddit again, I have my son's picture up there.
Okay.
I don't know how to see the metadata, so I don't know anything about what the number of pixels or the exposure data was. It
Did
was
you
just
right
as,
click on it? And I don't know where you've got it at, but you can right click a lot of times and have all the metadata. Go down to properties.
well, where do I don't know where to see the properties, where go. Oh, yeah, this way, right clicking on it. No.
No. Okay. So
No.
I don't know where you have
But-
it at.
Well, no, it's posted right on the.
Reddit. No, I was talking
page.
about where you had it at in your computer.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That's details.
Go to properties, then details.
You guys still see my screen?
I'm definitely looking at it as you're doing it.
I cropped that.
Yeah.
Nice. Too bad we don't, could you put a person in that locker?
Well, let me go over to the library.
Well, actually, Dennis, I had 2 shots from there. And the one has a person where the path behind the picnic table is the brightest. There was a walker there. I forget what the shutter speed was. He or she was a little blurred, so I didn't use that version of the photo.
That's too much.
Yeah. I think I like the first crop you came up with.
It was good, the first crop.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yep, right about,
Right there.
Yeah.
you brought that up a little bit. Yeah, that's it.
That looks good.
Because that puts the cool tree on the thirds line too.
Yep.
I mean, you don't always have to use rule of thirds, but
Yeah, right.
So, well, Brian, since you've got it there, Beth, you suggested warming it up.
yeah, why not try it? Just
Yeah.
What do we want to use? Hue and saturation. That ain't working.
No, I use Lightroom.
That's what I use Lightroom about 20 seconds.
Try with the blues, Brian, and then just try to select the blues and see if that does anything.
No.
can you add a photo filter in that and just add a yellow filter?
How much warmer you want to go?
No, that's
That's a
just
little
way
much.
too much. Yeah, I like it back better, the way it was. Well, wait, go back over a little bit more, about 35, see what it does.
That's 35.
Yeah, I don't know. It brings out almost a pinkish color to it, but the light needs to be brought out a little bit more. The area that's lit needs to have just a little bit more contrast, a little bit more to it.
All right, let's go back to, sorry, I
You
turned it
did
black and white.
black and white, yeah.
Let's see, here. And you said you just uploaded that picture, Rex?
Yeah, it should be there. Yeah, do we have to refresh? There it is.
There it is.
Okay, now just go full blast. I did write down the data from it.
That's not it.
It was, no, I saw it for a second.
Oh,
It was the,
You had it. You're
It was
in
there
the
for a
photo
second.
challenge.
Click
you got-
new,
where'd it go?
where it's, there's the hot and
There it
there's
is.
new.
There it is.
Okay. All right, well, let me take my thing off here so I can see. Yeah, it's probably hard to see that it's almost a square, but I found the data. It was taken on the 30th, and it was at 4:15 a.m. And it's the size is 4032 by 3024, 72 ppi. It was an eighth of a second at f1.8 ISO 1000, and the focal length is of course 4 millimeters on a cell phone. It was an Apple cell phone, and it was in auto white balance. And so there it is. With a border around it, it probably would be easier to evaluate. But I was fascinated with it. I don't know what it will mean to anybody else, but I thought that the content was very interesting, considering when I first looked at it, okay, I thought he just took a picture of the moon through the trees and those are the clouds, but that's the water. He took the
Wow.
picture in the water. Because as you look at the trees at the top left edge, you can begin to see the ripples in it all. And then those were the, I'm not sure if the clouds.
Reflection of the
ripples,
clouds,
something
you
looked
mean?
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, whether that was ripples in the water or that was actually some of
the
the
clouds.
the clouds form. Anyway, that was it. I just got that from him earlier today, and I thought, wow, that guy's pretty good. Mostly you'll see his back pockets hanging over the fender of an open hood on a car. That's where he spends most of his time, but
Yeah.
he also picks the
Mechanic,
camera up
huh?
once in a while. Anyway, and I'm not sure if it was supposed to be black and white or not, but that's the way it came out at 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's cool. That's a really neat reflection.
Are you sure that it's a reflection from the water?
Well, you can go ahead and study it. Maybe you can tell better than I can, but it looked to me like it was a reflection in the water based on what I see in the upper left-hand corner. It just does not look like. Well, there's telephone poles there, right, with a wire.
Yeah, I would be amazed if the reflections of the wires were at that sharp if it was in the water.
Yeah.
And the same way with the trees to the right, they are very sharp branches.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. But I'm taking the close look at it for the first time with you. Yeah, I just brought
It's
it
a
up.
very enchanting picture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the clouds
Anyway.
make it.
It was a hip shot, and
Did he say it was a reflection in the water?
no, that was my own. No, he just sent the picture, and when I looked at it, that was my own interpretation. But looking at the telephone pole, not. But he was walking along the Shenandoah River when he took this picture, because that's where he just built this place right there along the water. But he had been, the thing is, he had been up in Long Island all day, and he didn't get home till around midnight, and then woke up at 3:30 or so in the morning, took a walk, and around 4 o'clock in the morning, he took this picture along the roadway that runs alongside the Shenandoah. When I looked at it, my mind said, it looked like he shot that in the water. That's because of the ripples in the clouds.
Also, Rex, you would expect the moon to be more circular and has an irregularity that indeed it may be the water kind of getting a ripple effect.
More distorted.
Yeah,
You know,
because it's
more
not
distorted.
completely circular if it was a straight shot.
No, you're right, Bob.
Yeah, I'd be interested if you get a chance, ask him.
Oh, I will. I will. Yeah, he had just sent that. I took it out of the email just a little while ago and put it on the desktop, and then from there I dragged it into Reddit. And there you have it.
4 o'clock in the morning, give him credit for being up at 4 in the morning. I'm
That's the truth.
comatose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would have missed that shot.
especially as cold as it was.
Well, that's youth for you, you know?
Anyway, that's my contribution for the evening. Actually, it was his.
Okay.
Next.
Jim, when you did it last WPS meeting and you went ahead and had people critique it, did you get into the actual critique, or was it just from the last photographer's choice pictures?
Oh, Margie, you're testing my memory. I'm pretty sure it was the photographer's choice photos.
Okay, so you didn't get any of the critiques?
No,
Don't believe so.
Okay. Well, I would like to start doing that, not only the photographer's choice, but I want to catch some of the people who are waiting for critiques. I think those are very important to go over.
Well, you know what, Margie? Rex has got one in there.
Yeah, I have my doors.
Okay, well, Brian, you
If you
want to
like to
bring it
take
up?
apart, if you like to take apart color, those 3 doors are not the same color. There's 3 shades of red, which is actually the title that I gave it because that was one of the things I noticed. Wait a minute, is that the doors or is that the restaurant? Which one was that showed up?
You just put one up on a restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the restaurant. That was the door. The
There,
odd
yeah.
thing about that one was the door numbers. There's a 73 on the left, a 75 on the right, and then a 77 above that.
Oh my goodness sakes.
There was, where do you send your mail? Anyway, there were a number of things that I thought that fascinated me about that one. There was in each window there was a saying of some kind, and that was the one thing. And then, of course, the different colored umbrellas and the
Lots of color.
the fact that it was fish and chips. Where do we see fish and chips these days?
Where do you see we're open these days?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Mhm.
Oh, that come to Ligonier, they don't believe in shutting down.
Yeah, this was on Prince Edward Island, I think. Charlottetown on Prince Edward Island. Well, Go ahead, folks.
Oh.
Take it apart.
I'm still looking at everything. I'm enjoying it. It's got a lot of information in there. I love the colors.
Yeah, that's the first thing catches my eye is all the colors.
On the right-hand side, I mean, I love the, you know, the way you took the picture and the colors and the information it supplies. Very nice. But on the right-hand side, midway down, that to me is just a little bit distracting. I would have cut a little bit of those flowers off.
Yeah, beyond those were was the downspout. And I did use the straighten feature
Uh-huh.
on it. And I still wound up with a little bit of like for example, if you look on the far left-hand side, it looks like it is ruler straight. But if you look on the right-hand side, it tilts a little bit.
Well, you have flowers in there too.
Well, I could have probably, I can fix that really fast.
Yeah, you really could.
I could
Yeah, and
take
if you
these
go
out
further
and
down, you got a meter down there that sticks out a little bit that could be
I could
fixed.
take out that, okay.
Yeah. Anything else, anybody?
How about the signpost with the no parking, I guess, or the right on the right-hand side?
Yeah, well, if it's a documentation, you'd want to keep that in there. And this is more along those lines because of all the information.
Where the heck is that? I don't even, oh, you mean right by the 77?
Right, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that would be fun. I could take it out, but it would be a fun trip.
Yeah, that would, a lot of cloning, a lot.
I mean,
Good luck.
That's at least one whole box of wine right there.
Yeah. We'll chip in with our dues, okay, Rex?
Well, Rex, why don't we schedule a photo walk up there and then you can just have the sign removed and retake the photo.
There you go.
We'll take a hacksaw at the bottom of it somewhere.
Yeah. Well, just pull it out of the ground temporarily. Say, hey, we'll put it back when we're done.
Yeah, that sign doesn't bother me though.
Rex, what are water suites? Do you know? On the left-hand side, you have a sign that says water suites. What does that mean?
Oh, I don't really know.
Well, it's a hotel.
It's
Yeah.
It's the water hotel.
Yeah.
I took it literally, water.
Water suite.
Well, it's not spelled SWEETS. It's spelled SUITTES.
Yeah, just like a hotel, like Dennis said.
And
that's part of them all up above.
See, floaties on your arms are required when you stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Prince Edward Island for you.
Uh-huh.
You have potatoes?
Potatoes?
Yeah. It's a major export of Prince Edward Island.
Oh.
Didn't know
No,
that.
I did not know that. No, that's, no, continue.
No, other than it's free to drive onto the island. It costs you $40 to drive off.
I was looking at, if you look up close at the little blurbs of information in each one of the windows, my favorite is the second one on the left there. Is to eat or not to eat? That is the question.
Yep, I saw that.
I thought Brian would like that one.
The answer is always to eat. Always. That's not even a question. To eat.
That's not a question. Not for him.
Me and my boss at work, we have lunch together every day, and we normally eat at his desk in a showroom. And it's almost gotten to the point where everyone in the building walks by and goes, every time we went through here, you guys are eating. I don't know if it's good or bad. I don't know if we eat that much or if they all just come through at lunchtime. I'm not sure what the deal is there. But yesterday he sent me to Smithfield to get pepperoni rolls. So
I take it that was after I left.
that was after you left, yeah.
You got good ones?
Very good ones. Very, very good pepperoni rolls. Lots of pepperoni, hot pepper cheese, and lots of grease. So you can't get better. My heart doctor had a heart attack after I ate that one.
Well, I like on his photo, it's like if you look at the white signs above in the windows,
Yeah.
it's like which one of these signs is not like the other? And the last one on the right does not say fish and chips.
Yep.
I noticed that too.
Oh, yeah.
All the
Traditional
rest
fish and
is-
chips, the best fish and chips in town, British style fish and chips, haddock, cod, sole,
Yeah.
halibut. Yeah, that one does not fit with fish and chips.
Well, if you're ordering fish and chips, it does.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't. I mean, all the rest of them say fish and chips.
Yeah.
It's a Sesame Street thing.
Yep.
And then I do like the no parking sign because it's all faded, so you don't have anything on it, just a red circle. So
Yeah.
it kind of goes right with those signs.
I wonder if it means don't go through those doors with the 2 numbers on them.
Yeah, really.
Because you will be so confused.
Yeah, it's warning you, don't go. 77, 75, this is a problem, don't go in here. I like though that the fact that these are all lined up basically
Yes.
Yeah.
in a straight line down through there, including that sign.
But it's interesting, the door on the right has the number 75 on it under the number 77.
Yeah.
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 How do you figure that?
77 is probably upstairs.
It's across the, yeah, I you think you're right, Marty.
Oh,
That's when
yeah.
I finally decided that was actually a separate entrance.
Well,
Well, wait a moment. If it's a separate entrance, that means there's another door inside because
Yes, that's
73 and 77 both can't go upstairs. There's nowhere else you can
No,
get
there's-
into that building.
Remember, it's Canada.
it's probably 75's the main floor and then 77's upstairs.
Stairs.
Yeah.
where the water suites are at.
Yes.
There you go. For your fish and chips. For your fish.
Yeah.
Overall, I really do like it, Rex. I really do. I like the color. I like the information. We could talk forever on it.
I
because there's
do.
so much to see.
I like the uniformity. I thought the different subsections of there. You have the Water Street Fish and Chips with the banner across the top,
Yep.
and then you have a night light over each one of the doors or windows, and it's all in its own design pattern. And then you had the different umbrellas. They took some time to put this together that way.
Yeah.
And the chairs colors, the red and the white chairs. and the
Yeah, it
different,
starts
arrangements.
it starts with a white and ends with a white.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of things that a lot of it's happenstance. It just it was already there. I looked at it, I saw it, and I took the picture. It's only minimally cropped, but I wanted to make sure I got that white downspout around the corner on the right side out because I knew I'd be hearing from someone,
Somebody.
Brian. Says it's white and it's on the edge of the picture. Ah.
I was, as you were talking about that, I was staring at the little red flower sticking in from the side there.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, Margie already mentioned that in the little meter or whatever it is down below on the
Yeah.
left-hand side. You
It's
just got a
power.
tip of that showing up.
Yeah.
That's a heavy duty power. It looks like a 220 line going in there.
No, the little one.
Oh,
Down
I
to
think
the bottom. There
Yeah,
you go. Yeah.
that holds the downspout probably.
Yep.
Oh man, you guys are really hammering me now.
I had already looked at those and noticed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to see I've got 2 pair of glasses on right now and I didn't see that down there.
Yeah, I noticed that when I noticed the red flowers.
Yeah. No, because it's brick pattern, I don't mind working with the brick pattern because I can knock that son of a gun out in a minute and
Yeah.
a half.
It'll be
But
easy.
something like that sign, like I said, that's going to be at least one box.
Yeah. The sign doesn't bother me, so I would keep it in there.
Yeah. All right. Pretty good.
The
Yep.
other one was the red doors. I had some doors that were somewhere in there.
That's getting pretty old there.
Oh, no. That's from
5
some.
months ago.
Oh, I think what happened is it may not show up on the main. I was in the learning mode putting images in there, and I wound up putting them on my own page. So they don't show up in the main page. I don't even know how to get them over to the main page unless I just do it again. I like that cat. That cat that was looking in the mirror.
You can't
Oh,
say
that's cute.
anything. You
That's
can't
what
say
my-
anything.
That
You know
one
what?
again. That's my
Those are,
favorite.
those are photo. Oh, you're not in there. Okay, yeah. We
That's
can
my
talk,
favorite.
Cat.
Oh,
I'm
I love
sorry.
that.
That one, the bird you can't say anything about.
Right.
I thought I seen some other pictures of doors from you, Rex, but I may have been mistaken.
Well, there are probably 2 or 3, but I put them up. I think I messed up. I put them on my own.
Okay.
I started by loading them up on my own page, and I don't know if.
So how
Is
about,
there a way to get? Do you know what I should do to get them on the main page?
you have to load them. You can't share them from one page to another. You have to just load them to the main page again.
Okay, another time.
How about this snowman I found down at Cucumber Falls?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
How long did it take you to make it? And did you put the carrot in there?
I did not make it. I just was down there to take pictures and it was there. So someone had made it before, and that's not a carrot, it's a leaf.
Oh,
Looks like a cherry.
Yep. Yeah, I just was down there messing around taking pictures, and I that's on that the big rock down in the bottom there, Beth. You know where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was on top of that rock when I went down in there, and I was walking around. I do love my micro spikes for my shoes though. And
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm sure going down those steps was a roll.
it was interesting, yeah. But I don't. Well, it was interesting watching other people without micro spikes walk down.
Yeah.
With my spikes, I was able to walk around there with no problem at all. But anyhow,
well, Brian, you didn't say it directly, but because of the terrain there, and I am familiar with it, building that snowman there was not an easy task.
no, it would
No.
not have been, because that is literally right on the top of a large rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
That is not a small snowman either.
no. So yeah, it was. And there were snowmen all through the area down there that day. There was little tiny ones all over the place and bigger ones. This was the biggest of them. But like up into the left over in here, up in the back in there was all kind of little snowmen up there on the rocks. Maybe we're, a foot and a half, 2 feet tall. So someone was down there having a good time making snowmen,
Mhm.
because
Well,
they were everywhere.
Ohio Pile, or I don't remember whether it was Friends of Ohio Pile or who, posted a picture of a snowman that was built on the fence at the viewing platform by the visitor center.
I seen that one. Yes, I don't remember who posted that either, but I remember seeing that one. Yeah. So this got
Oh,
picked
wow.
the cover for the Laurel Highlands photo, whatever it is, on Facebook too.
Not cool.
Okay,
They picked it as their cover shot for that.
cool.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, Brian, one critique.
Go ahead. The tree coming in from the side.
Well, no, not that one, but the tree that is along the right flank of the snowman. If you had moved over right beside the snowman.
Right here?
Yeah. If you had moved over 4 or 5 inches to the right, the tree wouldn't be, the snowman would be in that gap there between the tree and the over branch.
That's true. Yep.
But when you zoom out, that branch that comes down that has the snow and his arm, it looks like a pirate hat
Oh, yeah.
on this.
Yeah.
That's what I saw at first glance.
This is, let's see here. So these are three shots from the same picture that I did also. So this is a wider picture, but this is actually fairly cropped as well. And then I went, well, I kind of like this a little bit better. And then I went, well, but really I like that a lot better. So those are three crops from the exact same picture.
I like the one with the two trees on the side that frame the waterfall.
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I actually just cropped the three pictures to that just to see which one it was and posted all three of them. But anyhow, that was my adventure into cucumber. What was that, last Saturday, maybe? Something like that.
You posted it 10 days ago, so.
Yeah. Whenever. Okay.
What shutter speed did you have, Brian? I mean, what was the metadata on these?
They were 1 second, 2 seconds.
Okay.
This was in the, I got off work at 3 o'clock. I drove home, picked up my camera and stuff, and then drove to Ohio Pal. So I got up there at 4:30 in the afternoon before dark.
Did you have a tripod with you?
Absolutely.
And you went down with the tripod in snow and made it all right.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Good.
Yeah, I use a thing called micro spikes.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you've ever seen them or not.
Just gonna say, can you post a link? Because I didn't get any last year and I should.
Did you get those at RCI or something? Or-
Amazon.
Where do you see them on Amazon? Well, here, Amazon. There, that'll make Margie happy. These are that.
My buddy.
But if you see the spikes on the bottom of those,
Uh-huh.
and those you put them on your shoe. They pull on. They have the black part there is
Oh.
and you just pull them over your shoes. And let me tell you, you can walk almost anywhere with those on.
Huh.
Ice. I've walked up when cucumber's been frozen. I've walked all over the frozen part of cucumber with those on with no problem at all.
Is that the same brand that you've got?
Mine are actually called the Micro Spike, but this one's
Micro Spikes footwear.
Yeah, but mine are actually made by the company called Micro Spikes.
Okay.
But this is the exact same thing. That's exactly the way they're made. And they work well. Mine's the red. Might have that name on it. I don't know.
Is it one size fits all? No, there's a size chart there.
They're
Medium.
fairly close. The ones I have were for a heavy boot. And on my hiking shoes, they pull up a little bit further on the shoe than I expected, but they still worked fine. But I think I have the medium ones for my shoes.
Brian, if you were in an area that was both icy and non-icy, is it comfortable to walk on non-snowy, icy surfaces?
They're not bad. The only thing I found that I don't like with them is driving with them on.
Oh.
When I switch from one place to another, sometimes I won't take them off. I'll just drive with them on. And you got to be careful doing that because they catch the pedals back and forth.
Yeah.
What are the price changes? I want to see if it's dipped any.
What's that?
The price changes, 7 price changes. Go click on that. I want to see what they view price history. Yeah.
That's what I paid for them, was $69.95.
Yeah, they're up, but they were down a little cheaper. Yeah.
$68.95, $1.
Whoopie doo.
Yeah.
Margie, you gonna get them?
Oh yeah, like I'm going out in the coat. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're gonna go around the gazebo with them, when it snows.
But yeah, these are, like I said, these are, in my opinion, if you're going to be out in the snow and ice, You need to own a pair of those. I keep them on a on a clip in the back of my truck, so that I can always reach them whenever I want them. And I just reach in the back, grab them, put them on, and go. And I have no questions about walking in the snow and ice with those. So I highly recommend them. I've been recommending them since I bought them for
Yep.
how many years now, Beth.
Yeah, I know.
Mine are 3 or 4 years old. No question. They hang in the back of my truck all year round. I just grab them and put them on when it's time to use them. So they're worth having. I bought mine at REI. So yes, they're probably the exact same thing. KAH Catula. Yeah.
Mm.
I know I drove to Pittsburgh to buy them one day because I wanted them. So anyhow, I recommend them to anybody that wants to play around in the snow and ice. Candace is not on here, but I really liked these pictures, this group of pictures that she did.
You know what, Brian? That must have been the call you weren't on. We actually reviewed those with her.
Did you? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't. That was the call that I had no electricity.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But you're right. They are cool photos.
Yeah, those are interesting. And today I managed to accomplish something at work today. I have been able to do all of my work now on my iPad. So everything that I do at the dealership, all the printing I do, everything that I do as far as for the used cars and everything, I'm able now to do on an iPad, which I thought was pretty cool.
iPad Pro or just?
I have an iPad Pro, just because I wanted the bigger screen. It's a 12.9, so it's the bigger one, but
Yeah,
it's with the keyboard, and you can connect the mouse to it and hard drives and all that stuff. I was able to do every single thing I did today or at work for the last few days really has been done 100% on an iPad. Enough that my one owner, who's a big Apple guy that has a couple thousands, well, 2 or 3 MacBooks, is now going to buy an iPad and use that for work. Because he didn't think that it was capable of doing it until I showed him that it could. So I thought that was neat. I even did the photos today with it of cars, and put the one of the pictures on the photos has to have a banner on top of it, so that when it gets pushed out to like Auto Trader and stuff like that, it has a banner that says Solomon Chevrolet on it. Was able to do that using the Photoshop version of for iPad, and do the layers and flatten it and get it back and get it uploaded to our website and everything all from the iPad today. So
very cool.
Yep.
Boy, Annie, you blend right into that couch. All we see is a head.
Oh, that's dark.
Well, it's true.
Oh, gee.
Hey, does anybody on here ever or have any knowledge or have used a Cricut Maker?
A digital printer?
Well, it's for like cutting vinyl and stuff like that. It's not an actual printer. It'll cut stuff into vinyl or emboss metal or
Wood, all kinds of crap.
Yeah, it does all kind of stuff. Okay.
Mostly for scrapbooking. I haven't used one. I know somebody who did, but she's not anymore. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I just know a couple people that have them and do them.
I just thought I'd ask. I bought one, so I'm in the process of learning how to use that.
Why?
To make decals for my RC cars.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
perfect for that.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I don't know.
3D printer.
It was a really good deal from a friend of mine, so I bought it.
I've seen them advertised, but I decided after I got out of scrapbooking and et cetera, it was something that would have been just sitting here. But I didn't have any cars to put decals on, so. Hmm.
So what's the coupon now for framing from Michael's?
I have two of my different styles frames are on sale. They're 50 plus 30.
Okay,
50% off plus another 30% on top of it.
that's the coupon I got the other day. Okay. Don't forget, we have some shows coming up, so you can kind of start thinking about getting stuff printed and framed now. That way you don't have to rush when it's time for the show itself.
Oh, you took all the fun out of it, Brian.
We also have a lot. Gotta look. A lot of the frames are buy one get one free.
Yep.
I don't know if any of you use extra large frames. I didn't measure the frame that I have at my house. I think it's something like 4 by 3 foot.
36 by 40.
I didn't measure it. Maybe, you know, I'm just guessing. Could be.
What does it look like?
It's white.
It's square, well, semi-square. It's a rectangle.
Yeah.
Plastic, wood?
I will measure it and take a picture of it. My sister was once married to a photographer, so I have a bunch of nice large, nice frames. So
You trying to get rid of them, sell them?
it would be nice to get rid of some of them because I just don't have room to put anything up in them, and I'm never going to make pictures that big, probably.
Glass? No glass?
The big one that I'm talking about does not, that I'm bringing up, talking about does not have glass in it. I'm not sure any of the others do either. I just don't know.
Okay.
They've been in storage. They've been in my upstairs out there for a few years. And I do need to get rid of some items. They don't fit in this house.
Yeah.
I don't have a 2-story heated garage here like I had at the other place. But I'll take pictures and see if I can get some measurements.
Okay. Was everybody that tried was able to get to the newsletter okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you noticed that when you went to that link, there's several different things in there. That's where, hopefully that'll make things a little easier this year.
Yeah, it's nice.
Hey, Brian, seriously, I was teasing Margie earlier about getting in there and deleting the newsletter. But come to think of it, you can adjust with the person who views the Google Drive, what access they have.
There is an adjustment there. I'm going to look at it. I looked at it once before and didn't feel that it was right for what we need to do, because I don't think it allows you to download the newsletter.
Oh, okay. Because one of those is view, but you're saying the view mode does not allow download.
I believe so. We have to double check it.
Because, you know,
Yeah, definitely.
sooner or
double check.
later, someone's going to delete one of those things or move it, or who knows what.
I've already prepared for that situation. So the newsletter that's in there, I've downloaded and added to my own Dropbox. So
Okay.
if it does get deleted, I can just put it back in there. And I'm sure
Alright.
that Marty has it on her
I do.
her hard drive. So we'll keep an eye on it. If it does disappear, we'll get it back in there.
So Jim,
I actually,
you're telling me you want to lock so that I don't delete it, is what you're saying.
Don't take
We
it
need to-
personally. It applies to anybody.
We're more worried about the Russians that are using your computer.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Turn it into a Word perfect file.
Reddit had the Chinese on there, so, you know, we're getting in there.
It'll by the time Margie's done, it'll be one of those, what is it, a .rx file or something that nobody knows how to open.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing that's in there is the start off the year with the scavenger hunt list.
I saw
Yeah.
that.
So starting on Friday, you've got until March 8th to get as many of those as you can.
There's a lot of them.
There's 50 on the list.
Yep.
Hey,
Technique is part of the challenge.
Yes, some of them are techniques rather than just find the thing.
and if anybody complains about the 50, my idea was 150. They wouldn't let me do that. So
Evil.
they said 50 had to be the number, but I kept trying for 150 the whole meeting that night.
Yes, you did.
Yep. He did. He tried.
In the last scavenger hunt, when we thought that the pay telephone would be most difficult, that was the easiest one. I had three pictures of pay telephones within about a week.
The other thing that's in the Google Drive is download or upload your photos for the cover of the newsletter. And it can be anything you want. And then I'll just make a poll and pick from the pool. I'm not doing subjects anymore. So just if you have a nice picture and you think you'd like it on the cover, stick it in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so everyone is invited to put pictures in there, and throughout the year, Marty will just pick a different one and use it as the cover for the newsletter. So, you got something that you like and you thought that was pretty cool, go ahead and upload it into that file. So,
Excuse me, Brian, I just went to the Google Drive 2020, clicked on it and all the additions that are there, the newsletters, and I was able to delete, just out of experiment, I was able to delete one of the newsletters and all that, because you right click it and then you drop down menu, it says remove, it does remove it.
oh, well, thanks. Now you removed one of my newsletters.
Well, no, just as an experiment, I tried to undo it and all that, so, but it's on the server though. It's an old one. It's not the new one, Brian. Just giving you feedback, Brian.
Lock it down. Lock it down now.
Bob has just proven my point.
He said he could replace it.
Well, you try to undo it, it does come back though, Brian. So,
Oh my gosh.
I try to be nice and let everyone get in there and do what they want. I'm deleting stuff already.
well, I was just following Jim's, can people delete it? And he's right. You can't delete it.
Yeah, we knew that.
So it's Jim's fault, not my fault. Jim, it's your fault.
Just blame it on COVID.
No. Blame me. Yeah, COVID, yes, my brain, but also Jim.
Bob, thanks for proving my point.
Brian, okay, never mind. I'll keep quiet. I'm in enough trouble.
Hey, Bob.
And y'all worried about me.
You deleted 12. There's only 10 left.
Did I delete you?
Hey,
I
Bob.
just wanted to check.
Hey, Bob.
Yes.
Having the COVID's better than dealing with these guys, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I want to quit when I'm ahead. Yes, you can delete it. Did it delete it from your space, Brian?
Yeah, it deleted it because you're in when you go in there, you're in my drive.
Okay, well, the thing is, I think you share it, but view only, not edit.
Well, we're gonna make that adjustment here in just about 30 seconds.
Oh, it's old newsletters. Don't worry about it, guys. It's not the new one. It's the old one from 2018.
Oh my gosh.
Well, this is what happens on a free Wednesday swig.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Oh, that's funny.
Fix it yet?
Well, Marty, you have the one from January or February, right? 2020?
I do.
Yeah, you could just upload it again. Why did we go with this format, Brian?
For people like you.
What we're trying to do is make it so that the way we had to do it before is that Marty would do the newsletter and then send it to me, and then I had to put it in a Dropbox file and link that and all this and that. So what we're trying to do is make it to where there's only one link
Okay.
that we can post up, and at any point you can click on that link and go to there and then download your own stuff. So we're trying to just make it less steps for the process.
Okay.
So the newsletter will be out on time.
Oh, okay.
And that the newsletter will be out on time from now on.
2 days early.
Because we're eliminating Brian from having to do anything.
Oh, that's the reason why you did it. Okay.
Beth,
Yeah.
is it, and can you send me the list, the 50 items so I can print it out? I mean, I can do a, copy, paste, all this kind of crap, but it'd
You
be
can-
easier if I just had you send it to me.
You should be able to print it from the Google Drive. If
Yeah.
you double,
Yeah, I can print it. Well, I have to send it to Billy and he prints it because I don't have a printer. So it was just easier for him. That's all right. I'll just copy paste it.
give me like,
Yeah, I can put it into Word and
Margie, if
Then
you
the
can just
attachment.
forward the Sunday update to him. And then, assuming he's using a different computer, I think is what you're saying. And then he can access it through the link on the Sunday update.
he doesn't know how to do anything. So I have to do everything very easy for him to print anything out.
He probably says the same thing about you.
I'm sure he does.
oh, Dennis.
I wish, let me tell you, it's always Margie come, Margie come. But
I
yeah,
can
he's not
get it.
computer literate.
where is it? If I can find it on my own hard drive, I can send it to you.
Hey,
Yeah,
Bob,
you send it to me as an attachment. If not, then that's okay. Like I said, I can, I'm usually having to set it up in another form for him to be able to print it out.
It's on its way.
Thank you, dear.
Beth, if you send it as a JPEG, Margie's Windows will convert it to a RAW file.
I missed my chance. I sent it as a PDF. I should send it as a Pages document and see what happens.
Probably.
Just send it as a JPEG. Everything else in our computer went JPEG.
Yeah.
hey, Bob, see if you can do anything in there now.
Do you trust me? Jim, this is your fault, okay?
And I honestly don't know, but
Oh.
somehow we ended up with 3 extra copies of the January newsletter in there now too.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know what?
it's-
Brian, I can't,
That's because I deleted and put.
okay. No, Brian, no, it's fine now, Brian, because the drop-down menu does, the remove icon or the remove trash can is grayed out, so I can't delete it.
Can you download it?
The problem that I have with that is I don't know now if you can go to the folder that says newsletter cover photos and upload a photo there.
Well, I could read it. I mean, that's the only thing you want to read it, right?
No, in that particular folder, we need to be able, other people need to be able to upload a photo.
I forgot about them.
Yeah, send me another
To-
picture.
Hang on a
Oh, you
second.
want to upload a photo to the,
Yeah, to the
I
cover.
don't,
you want to upload a photo to the letter, to newsletter, Brian?
To
No, cover thing.
the one, there's a group in there called the newsletter cover photos.
Oh, okay, hold on a second.
I don't
You
see
did.
the thing for upload.
Yeah, that's what I
You
was.
don't have permissions to upload to this folder.
Yeah.
Well, Brian, can't you have rules for each individual folder?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I have to look into this
Uh,
because I think if we do that, then you have to have a link for each one of the folders and not just a link to the whole group.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Mm.
But
Yeah, it's not going to be there, Bob, because I've removed it from the whole group. I don't know if I can change it just for that folder or not.
No, well, do you want to send Marty photographs and all that? I mean, is that what the whole issue is about? That she could just go directly to Google Drive?
Right.
yeah,
Well, why don't you just, you could just do that. I mean, just by the individual just sharing a file with you, just sending it to your email address.
Well, we tried that before. That didn't work. And also emails have limits on size of photos that can be uploaded.
With
Someone does-
Google Drive?
No, not Google. Google Drive does, but not as much. Take a look at that newsletter, or somebody jump in that folder again and see if it's changed.
Okay. Let me go back.
the cover photos,
Yeah.
it's just got a kiwi picture in it.
Well, what I'm is there? Do you know if there's any spot in there where it says you can upload now? I changed something for that particular file.
I uploaded.
Yeah, you uploaded. I see it.
Okay. So you uploaded there. Somebody go see in the 2020 news, or go into the 2020 newsletters and see if you can delete in there. I can, but I have total
Yeah,
access.
you don't count.
Remove is grayed out.
Yeah, it's grayed out.
Okay, so we fixed the issue then.
Well, wait, let me make sure I can do it.
You will,
But-
because I have you listed as an editor.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And I saw where you said the newsletters, Mary Ann
That
edited.
needs to go, a black trash bag. Oops.
Who?
Marty,
What?
um,
What did she edit?
I fixed that, Marty.
Okay.
I deleted those and went back to, so in the 2021 newsletters, there should only be the January newsletter. And you guys should not have the option to delete it or anything like that. Just download it and look at it.
That is correct.
Okay. I've got everything fixed now to where it should be the right way. You shouldn't be able to delete anything in the newsletter files, the scavenger hunt, or the show prospectus. But you'll be able to upload into the newsletter cover photos. So
Where do you upload that? Am I missing something here?
That was a loaded question.
Annie?
DL, do you want to explain how you uploaded a photo into that folder?
I literally dragged and dropped.
Okay. So he just dragged and dropped the picture into that folder itself.
Okay.
And I think on the left-hand side, you should be able to see is there a plus button that says new on there?
Yeah, I just saw it.
If you click on there, it'll say file upload. You can upload a file to there.
No, actually, it's all grayed out.
Everything is grayed out.
Oh, so you can't do a file upload or?
No.
If I'm in the WPS 2021 folder and I click new, everything is gray.
That's
Right.
correct. That's the way that should be. Go into the newsletter cover photo folder.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, if you right click in the folder, it should give you an option to upload files.
Yeah.
Upload a folder, create a new folder. Interesting.
Okay, that's because I've unlocked that particular folder in the drive so that everyone can upload to it. The other folders shouldn't be able to do any of that stuff for that with.
If I right click on the newsletter cover photos, I get share, get link, add shortcut to drive, add to start,
Yes.
rename, change color, search within it, view details, and download.
Right, because it's an open folder. But if you just right click inside the folder, if you have the folder open, well, hold on, I'll show you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now I got it. And I see what DL,
So if you're in here and you right click
Yeah.
on there, you should be able to do upload files.
yep,
The other folders, so the newsletter or the newsletter folders, the scavenger hunt, and the prospectus, you should not be able to do anything in there other than look or download those stuff.
okay.
Because I have those shut off as just view only. But the newsletter cover photos, I turned that open so that you guys can upload pictures in there.
All right, got it.
Hopefully that solves the problem and Bob won't delete any more of my,
Marty, if I don't know, you could use this as a template, because what you do is you right click on one of those folders. I mean, let me see. I think Brian locked me out, so I can't do it. But if you make it into a Google document, you could just copy and paste photographs on the template that it's already there. Let me see here. No. Oh. In other words, if yeah, because I went to, I think, the January 2020, an old one, and I pasted one of the photographs from my desktop onto it. So I guess you could, just copy and paste if you need a template from Google Documents.
Did you do?
What?
Don't be messing with my artwork.
No. Brian told me to do this. But anyway, so
Bob, I'm confused. Why would somebody want to do that?
no, I'm just telling for Marty, if she wants to go to the template and she could just, from that last issue, she may be able to open with Google Documents on top.
Oh no, that's all right. I got my whole.
Okay, all right,
figured
okay,
out. Thanks, though.
okay.
Thanks for your help.
That's okay.
okay. And while you guys were talking about that, I went ahead and added the stuff that Bob deleted
I'm
back in.
gonna sign off and say Happy New Year.
See, Bob's in quarantine. He has nothing better to do than
That's
delete.
right, you better believe it.
Block them out then.
Block them out, yes. Unsubscribe me, Brian.
So I think we've solved the issues. Thank you for your help, guys.
January 20 and January 21 are both purple, and that was not on purpose.
Sure.
Well, Bob, since
Yes.
you're in quarantine, would you like to do the tips for January? You know what I'm talking about? 10-minute, 5-10-minute on your favorite photographer, your favorite book, your favorite anything to do with photography,
This is for
equipment.
the
it doesn't
SWG
matter.
meeting.
A swig meeting, okay.
Yeah.
It depends on what evening, because I have to volunteer on certain Wednesdays, but I could get back to you and let you know.
No, it's gonna, when is our SWG meeting?
Thursday.
It's a
It's
Thursday
Wednesday.
night.
Oh, Thursday, okay. What day is that?
At the end of the month. Look in
Oh,
your
okay.
newsletter.
Oh, okay, well, I deleted that one, so I have to go back.
What day is Thursday?
I have to go back. Marty,
Anybody know what day Thursday is?
the COVID, the brain is not totally there, so
He said it was just.
it's a big COVID thing.
Who's on
Meninges,
first?
it's affecting the cerebrum and everything.
the 28th of January.
Okay, I could think of something and all that.
Okay, great. I've got you down.
Okay,
Thank you.
10
And
minutes.
I'm the one with the concussion, Bob.
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Anything photography
The one
related.
with concussion.
Concussions. Okay, I'll give you tips on concussion.
Yeah.
No, I don't need any. I have mine. Oh, I have first experience.
Oh, okay. No, that's not.
Yeah, she already has kids.
Yeah,
That's the
she's
same
smacking
thing.
herself in the
Oh,
head with
okay,
a
yes.
2x4.
No, I had a 4x4 hit me right here in the head.
Oh, geez. What was
Yeah.
that?
Couple weeks ago.
17th, on the 17th, right before Christmas.
Did you go to the hospital?
I did.
Did they give you protocol and all that?
I've had concussions before. They told me to come home and rest. I go, yeah, okay.
Yes, with 2 kids. Yes.
But I did the letter in one day, and that was too much. I have to stay off of the computer. I just didn't have effects from that. So I'm not looking. If you see me like looking elsewhere, that's why, because it's really hurt my eyes today.
Okay. Well, get better.
Well, thanks. Yeah, my glasses kind of saved me because it hit my glasses right at my temple, and it actually bent my glasses so they were like this.
Ooh.
So my glasses saved me, but it must have hit the nerve there because my side of my face went numb. I was slurring my speech. I said, need to go get a CAT scan done. Make sure there's no hemorrhage.
Well, did you have it done?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes. They said there was no marbles.
Okay.
The hamster died. No,
Did they find those loose screws that were in there too?
yeah, they probably disappeared with the hamster in the wheel.
Well, in addition to photography, this is medical roundup. Okay, so if anybody else has a thing to contribute, we'll share the medical news.
Well, guys, it is about 10 after 9, so it's been a interesting evening, to say the least. So I guess this is the last meeting of the year.
It is.
So
Happy yeah.
yeah.
New Year.
Yeah. You need to go back.
Let's hope that next year is at least 10% better than this year.
Better.
We'll know in 6 days, right?
Yeah. So our next meeting is going to be
11th. Oh,
10 days.
the 6th.
WPS meetings. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, the 6th will be our next light meeting.
Right.
And then on the 11th, we'll have our WPS meeting. So
By then I can teach everybody how to change photos to JPEG.
JPEG.
Well, hey, Brian,
we'll have figured out what happened to her NEF files,
Oh
and
my gosh, yeah.
they're
Hopefully I'll have time.
so.
well,
All
I
right.
was just gonna say for that January 11th meeting, Margie, I assume you need more volunteers to review their file management.
Well, we could have more, volunteers. I've already got 3 besides me. And then we're going to be doing the critique on top of it all. So, it's a pretty full meeting. But anybody who wants to show us how you do your file management, please let me know and I'll put you in there. Just take about 10 minutes to show us.
My new one is getting a new hard drive and just start over.
That's one way.
I was actually in Staples the other day and picked up a 1 terabyte SSD drive for the beginning of the year. So that'll start the 2021 out with a new hard drive.
How much was an SSD?
$130, I think I paid. And I know DL's probably just turned over in his grave next year at that price, but I was there. It was there. I bought it.
You got an external drive?
I bought a 1 terabyte SSD external drive.
Good price.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I thought it was a good price. It's an HP drive. And I actually bought it to use with my iPad, but I think it'll go back and forth between both computers, the iPad and the PC. So
HD better than a WD?
it was again, it was there. I was there. I bought it.
Oh, okay.
Brian, did you buy it for extra storage or to make it a boot drive?
Extra storage.
Because I bought one myself and Samsung, and I use it as a boot drive, and it speeds up the process of Lightroom and Photoshop and booting up the computer and all that.
Yeah, my
External
computer
drive?
has an SSD drive in it that it boots from.
Okay.
Same here.
Oh, wait, you bought an external drive to boot from?
Well,
What?
yeah, I mean, that's what I do for storage as well.
In other words, you can run a program like Photoshop on it
Right,
as
what I
well
did
as
is
store.
Yeah, what I did is I kind of copied the my computer and on the solid state hard drive, and I made that my boot drive so that whenever I boot it up, it goes to the boot drive rather than the internal drive of my iMac. So it boots up faster, and I'm able to go through programs faster.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
Yep.
All right.
All right, guys.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Take care.
See
Bye-bye.
everybody next year.
Happy New Year.
See y'all next year.
Bye.
I won't delete anything, Brian.
Happy to get out
Hey,
of this year.
Margie, I'll see you this year.
Yep.
I'll see you again this year.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.